Hey guys, how's it going today? Welcome back to another episode of the Universim. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day, and today we've got, another episode of the Universim. Uh, so it looks like right now, this lake is not very clean. This is because of our planet condition right now. It's running a little low. Hopefully that improves. Um, but let's just go ahead and solve that problem right now, just by putting a little bit of rain here. And also this will fill it up too, which is a good idea too. So, that will solve that problem. And I think, that might be the reason infected zone, actually. Go ahead and see where this is. Looks like it's over here. That actually might be a sign that we have no cemetery over here, and that would be the case. So, where can we stuff a cemetery in here? You know what? That actually wouldn't be too bad. Alright. Let's also take care of that body, too. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the Mars Horizon episode the other day. I'm kind of, I'm trying to get ahead. Oh man, I can't get in there. I'm trying to get ahead of videos, for this upcoming week. The current week for you guys. Just because, we still got New Year's Eve, and, that actually will be a little bit more of a, a bigger celebration a little bit for me than Christmas was. Now, obviously, I'm not going to be seeing anybody, but me and Deanna will be spending more time together at one time, so I don't have as much time in between us visiting each other to make videos, so just planning ahead. Alright, so yeah, this video, hopefully the cement factories go up. We are making some good progress with research, though. I'm going to go ahead and do penicillin first before graveyards. I'm also going to go ahead and get the bridge, too, after all that. We still don't have cement, so hopefully the cement gets built before bridges get researched, so that way we can actually build a bridge. So yeah, in the last episode we built we built some stone refineries, and we're currently building some more wood refineries, so that will help with our production pretty soon. We're getting a lot more wood now, so I want to try to use what we are getting. Let's go for entertainment now. And we are actually right close to industrialization. We're actually getting through this a little bit faster than I thought we were going to this season. We're making some good progress. Let's see here. We have all this stuff built, so that's good. I don't know why I was getting a little message about this. We definitely do not have any of these yet. And that's actually something that we might be able to get this season with how quick we are going. I mean, hopefully we are able to. It's been a while since we've gotten a full... Oh, and actually this is some cement right here, but that's going to cost people. I'm not really interested in that. Yeah, alright, that's not that important. We should look at getting some boxes around the planet, because there might be a couple. And in fact, there's one right here. Because if we do want to build a legendary building, we are going to need these boxes. Oh no. This is not good. We need Need our planet condition to go up a little bit. I don't think you can get rid of these, so go ahead and rain on that lake. Looks like we've got quite a few lakes that are becoming toxic. Not great, and this is going to be coming over our planet, well, our city, with some radiation, which isn't great. So we're going to look at some more sickness pretty soon. Planet condition is going up, though, because we have these Chander parks being built. So we should be seeing things looking better. Of course, with this is problematic. I don't really know if there's a good way of getting rid of this stuff. I don't know. I haven't really experienced this stuff very much. And this is one reason why I think that 100% planet condition is really the minimum that you really should have, is because of this nonsense. Alright, I think it finally went away, but we still have a little bit of these toxic spills. So I don't know if we can get rid of those by washing them away or not. Hopefully we can. It might just take some time, though. And nuggets are beginning to get infected. I don't know, that seems like it might be because of infected zones, which seems to be this radiation areas. But we should have, I mean, we should have enough hospitals, yeah, and we do. And we have enough medicine, of course, be able to cure all those infected nuggets. Alright, so it looks like our lumber camp is finally getting built, so that's great. Going to help with our nice lumber production. Yeah, there's really not too much else going on. These cement factories are almost finished. Looks like we just need a couple more bricks and some iron. It looks like these wood refineries finished too. We can also upgrade these hospitals, so let's go ahead and do so. Alright, so it looks like it's time for us to get industrialization. Let's go for that. I didn't really think that we were going to be making it this far, this soon, especially, but there is still quite a bit for us to research, so we'll go ahead and get it started. What am I looking for? Oh, I was curious. Okay, 20 minutes for the next election. I also hope that you guys liked a little bit of a longer episode on Monday. At least I believe that it will be longer. I really don't know how much I'm going to be cutting out of these episodes when I'm recording. I just kind of take a little bit of a wild guess. So this lake is also kind of getting drained a little bit faster than I was hoping it would. So I'm going to try to make sure it stays above. That might be due to us not having enough trees. So that is something that we might have to look at doing. In fact, we might we might look at sacrificing some nuggets, just so that way we can create some more trees. That's something we might do later on. I think our unemployed rate is doing very nice. We're sitting at 100 right now, so that means that buildings and also reproduction rate will be increased. Building time increased and reproduction rate increased. Very nice. Alright, so I think we're actually probably, I don't know, 77 unmarried is pretty high. But I want to use these creator points for something else. We can't really afford it, I suppose. Oh, and there's a locust swarm. Well, I can't actually get rid of this right now, so we're going to have to wait for a little bit. We also have plenty of food, though it's not really that big of an issue for these guys to eat a little bit. I mean, this farm alone has 103 raw food in it. That is absolutely ludicrous. In fact, I didn't even realize that farms were able to store that much food. I thought it was much less than that. Oh, and lovely, our cement factories are up and running. So we should be getting... I mean, yeah, we definitely have enough oil, and bricks might be a problem, but those will soon be under control. Alright, I would really like to be able to get rid of these guys. Anytime now. Go. Wonderful. Oh wow, we're producing so much stone per minute too. I didn't quite realize how much we were producing. Oh, what is this nonsense? Why is there still so much toxic? Where is this toxic lake? I don't really understand. We're at 90%. That's really not that low. I don't know. But it seems like we might still be having a problem with this. See, it doesn't seem to be raining at all. Oh, there it goes. Well, that's unfortunate. So that's going to cause some problems. It's also going to create this toxic lake. Guess we'll go ahead and wait for it to pass by. I mean, our planet condition is improving, but as you can see, toxicity is still a problem. So this is also actually a really nice lake too, that we can start fishing from, and also harvesting water from. Especially because this lake seems to not really be able to keep up with how much water we demand right now. But it would be nice for this to go away. I think it is going away right now. Yes, it looks like it has. So we'll just go ahead and purify this lake. There we go. I think we are fine. We only have six sick nuggets, so not too bad. And it looks like all of our farms are starting to upgrade now too. And now our cemeteries can too. Look at us go. Oh. This is still an issue over here, is that we still don't have a cemetery to cover this area. Where is the cemetery? Okay, there's one. Let's get commercialized steel making, and yeah, let's go ahead and upgrade the cement factory before we continue on. In fact, these cement factories, I don't think I've produced a single thing yet, because they don't have enough bricks. Actually, we'll change that research then. We'll go ahead for the mechanized stone processing first. Alright, I think let's go ahead and get some water pumps started over here. Something else that we haven't looked at recently is how we are doing on drinkable water. I think it looks like we're doing pretty good though. Just looking at these reservoirs in here. So it's probably not an issue. I think we have more than enough. I think one thing that would be a good idea, though, is... now, I think it's... if we get Ministry of Water, I think they'll turn off pumps when they need to. So we can actually do that right now. Sadly, they don't do it based off of the percentage of water remaining yet. That is something that I really hope that they do in the future. Alright, so a lot of our farms are upgrading right now. This is very good. These are going to be producing a lot more crops for us each season. We're just going to go ahead and make sure that this this lake gets topped off during the winter. Kind of like a winter duty that you should make sure that you do. Alright, bricks are still not being delivered here. Taking a while. But maybe when these warehouses are finished, it might be a little bit faster. Alright, so we have a new election started. Go ahead and look at our options. Safety guidelines, accelerated studies, and right to arms. Looks like sitting on powder. Let's go ahead and do it. We'll get you elected. Oh, and it looks like sitting on powder is the only one that we haven't done yet. So I think we are going to get that trait finally unlocked. One of the beginning traits. It's fantastic. So something else that I think we might have to start looking at is maybe expanding our food production. We are actually decreasing in food. Now I know that our stockpile is really good right now, but that's only going to last so long, and we want to make sure that we're ahead of things. So I think we'll probably go ahead and plan some more fishing piers, and also some more farms too. Okay, so we did unlock the bridge. It's great. It's probably going to be a little bit before we actually build any of those, though. And could build some more fishing piers here, but I want to be a little careful on that lake. Let's go ahead and look at this lake over here. Go ahead and, I think maybe like 4, I think, would be good for this lake. Let's make sure that we've got some engineering huts all the way down. And we will also need a cemetery too. Really, this area is pretty good for cemeteries, but still get one. We want to start expanding out this way. We have to expand through something, so let's bring back this nice little box. Alright, so there we go. We successfully did sitting on powder, and so I think that means that we have done all... Wait, what? Excuse me? We should have unlocked you. Okay. That's weird. I don't know what's up with that. Huh. Well, how is the cemetery doing over near the industrialization area? Okay, it's being built. Good. Do we need to get another one too? Not yet. I think we're still doing pretty good. But we have quite a few dead bodies around here. can go ahead and take care of. Or we have a massive, like, pandemic happening. Something we do not want. These cement factories are still not quite working yet, but we do have 8 cement, so I guess one of them is working. But we're not supplying enough bricks yet for both of them. Alright, so I think let's go cement now. Nuggets are infected. Okay, so I think we need to start an expansion for farms. And there's this area that would be really good to do. I don't know how the nuggets exactly are going to path this way. We also have this area too, right up here, which is a little bit easier for the nuggets to path to. But I think this area would be fun. Let's actually check out the roads in this area. Okay. Yeah, there's actually quite a bit of openness with the roads here. I think this area would work really well. I'm gonna go ahead and already plop down. Well, actually, maybe not yet, because those roads are probably, most of them are going to get destroyed from these farms. So let's check how these roads go, because we don't want to destroy any roads that I would consider major roads. Like, I would say that this road right here is a major one. This road here would be a good one. And, okay, so that is some good information. I think we'll avoid this road here, and then this road around this way, I think. It goes around. So let's just start placing along this road. Going to be a little strange towards the bottom. Then it's going to kind of hopefully get a little bit more you know, space awareness going. Let's just build there. And these are something that we don't necessarily need right away, but the sooner the better. So. Yeah, let's actually go ahead and build that one right on that road. Hopefully that road can exist a little bit. If not, that's not too big of an issue. Alright, so there we go. Quite a few new farms. Actually, a lot of new farms. That's going to take quite a while, I would say, for it to be built. Now, there is a few things that I want to get before these farms are built. That would be a engineering hut. Let's get one right here, and I'm going to prioritize that. And we are also going to need a cemetery to cover this area. And as we can see, most of this area is not covered, but it will be now. And that actually all worked out pretty well. And we can actually go ahead and get one more farm, I think, planned out right here. There we go. And let's also get an eatery too, because these farmers and nuggets that are working out here are going to need to eat. And we'll do the same for reservoirs too. we'll get quite a few of these. Nuggets tend to drink more than they do eat. Usually. And maybe another eatery, actually. And we should be able to plop that right there without hopefully destroying the road. Maybe. Nice. And what else we might need? Oh, a warehouse too. Let's plop down 2 of these. Right along this road. Actually 3. Oh, that one destroyed the road. Let's cancel that. It's still a little too close. We might not be able to fit in. Oh, no, we can. Okay. Alright, so this is going to take some time before it is actually worked on. And we'll see how the Nuggets choose to path over this way. In fact, we actually have a couple of Nuggets already over here. I guess they're working on the engineering hut. And let's also prioritize that cemetery too. And that will definitely make enough farms for the future. And that's kind of why I'm planning all of that right now. In fact, how many farms was that? Oh, whoops. So 4 pages of farms, with each page having 8 farms on them. So we've got 3, so 24, and then total of 27 farms. That's actually not quite enough for a population of around 1,000 nuggets, but that should be fine for right now. Get another gas mine. Actually, we've got enough gas as it is right now. And also bricks. Bricks are looking good too. Yeah, everything's looking pretty good. This lake I'm still a little worried about. And hopefully the Ministry of Water is doing their job and turning some of these off. Doesn't look like it, though. That is unfortunate. I suppose we'll go ahead and turn some of these off, then. We do not need all of these on. There we go. That'll be enough. And these ones are built now, too. Okay, 2,000 fish, well, closer to 3,000. It's not a lot, but it's definitely going to supply us with a lot of fish each season. Alright, so we are now in the modern age. As you can see, we've got a lot of buildings already upgrading. And also the black market is upgrading itself. There we go. Ooh, a blueprint. Yes, please. Give me that. That is the reason to check the black market. And also, how are these doing? Alright. A clanging echoes out as something shifts in the box, so probably a Nuggets metallic sound is coming out of the box. I'm going to guess that's iron. Let's go ahead and open it. It was iron. Man, I predicted correctly. Alright, those 2 are not finished yet. Wonder if there's any other boxes around. I think I saw another one somewhere. Just don't remember where. Hmm. Oh, there's one. Take this all the way back. There we go. Let's go see if we can find another one. It doesn't look like we can find another one yet. That's okay. Alright, so how are things doing? Looks like things are going well. We're gonna need steel making really soon. That's actually something that I was kind of thinking about making out here in this desert. Because let's face it, you know, the grasslands is an important area for farming, and these farms are actually getting built right now. And the engineering hut's getting built too. All of that's good. We've got 87 unemployed nuggets currently. We'll see how much this all affects us. Choose the crab apple. Dang, no blueprint pieces. And nobody's researching that stuff right now. Everybody's busy building. All right, so we've got steel mills now. So let's go ahead and place these right over here. And it's really hard to know exactly how many you want. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and start off with 3. I know that's a lot, but sometimes you need them. What is this? Oh, a cemetery. Nice. Didn't realize we were already kind of planning our expansions out here. There we go. And I think something else we really need is we need a good area to store all of our stuff. Maybe we can fit a couple of these in here. Doesn't look like it's going to fit correctly. It's very unfortunate. I think something that the developers need to look at maybe is being able to click and drag to, you know, it'd be really nice if we could click and drag an area that fills the spot but doesn't destroy roads. So it makes the perfect amount of that building in that area. Like, I think if things were placed perfectly, I feel like there could definitely have been 3 of those warehouses built here. But because I'm human, I can't do it perfectly. Either that or they need to somehow make the blocks that the roads make a little bit bigger. Because a lot of these buildings actually follow the same exact dimensions. Like, for instance, residential buildings follow the same dimensions as eateries or warehouses and quarters huts. So, and then there's, of course, smaller buildings like engineering huts and reservoirs and batteries and stuff that also follow very similar or exactly the same building dimensions. Alright, nice. We can upgrade our stone refineries now. We are going to be producing a lot of stone now. I'm not really sure why more people are not focused on the cemetery and instead are focusing on these farms. A little strange. But it is what it is. Alright, so we need to look at making some more parks too. Let's get some Cupidon parks, because we are falling fairly low again. Also build some bountiful bastions too. There we go. I don't know when those are going to be built, but I suppose whenever we have the resources, which we already do, but we'll see. Alright, so this oil jack is finished. Do we need another one? We are producing 5.1 and we currently have 1,000. I think we will be fine. Alright. We don't really need to go for the waterworks yet. So let's go electronics, education, modern chemistry, so that way we can get the oil refinement. We're under attack. Oh no. So it looks like we might need... Okay. Guys, I need you to stop right now. Go ahead and chuck these guys in the grinder. Quickly heal it. And chuck this guy into the grinder. We might need to look at some defense towers now. Seems like that is something that we might need. And let's go ahead and jolt a joy to counteract the bad deeds we just did. Alright, so get one of these there and another one right there. Going to kind of create a little bit of some security within our civilization, kind of near these choke points. And you know, some areas are going to be kind of left open. I think we're going to kind of base it off of where we get attacked from. And I'm actually shocked. I think that these are the guys that attacked us, and yet they are considered friendly to us. So that's a little surprising. Ooh, they have plastic. Let's go ahead and trade for some plastic. It will give you guys a whole bunch of oil. Like 100? No? How about 200? A little bit too much. 170. 150. Yeah. Alright, we'll take that. Nice, we've got plastic. Oh, look at all these farms getting made up. Isn't it beautiful? Infected zone, though. That's not good. Oh, contraception ban. I didn't even realize. Alright, let's go ahead and take care of this body. It seems like our grave diggers are a little busy. The contraception ban is going to be very good for us. That is going to increase our population quite a lot. Alright, we need to increase our happiness again, so let's do some forestation. We need some more trees anyway. There we go. That helped a little bit. And, aw, look at that. They're so happy with us now. So yeah, look at that. Our food has dropped extremely low. So I'm glad that all of these farms are getting made so quickly. And because it is springtime too, these will also start producing. It's important to notice when you see food or water or something on the lines of that dropping ridiculously fast. Food is a little bit less obvious because it doesn't show you the gain and the loss, but is very important to keep a close eye on. Let's go oil refinement, and then I think everything else will kind of, you know, we don't need to go aerodynamic modeling because we can't even unlock wind turbines, so we don't have to worry about that. Okay, your nuggets smell an odd odor coming from the box. Your nuggets hear a desperate banging inside. Oh, odor. That might be herbs. Let's just go ahead and open it. I think we should be okay. I don't actually know what it gave us. What did it give us? Nuggets, 3 nuggets. I'm not really sure. Just maybe more nuggets. The box weighs a ton and is tightly packed. An acrid fume fills the air around you. Okay, this one I think is one that we might want to put a protective dome around. And let's go ahead and open that. Okay, it seems like it was actually okay. Seems like it might have been just gas. That makes sense too. Okay. I'd always side on the cautious side. This lake is not looking good, though. Go ahead and do the trickle effect. How's this one looking? It looks pretty good. So, one thing I'm curious about is if we were to make a bridge from here to here, if that would connect the road. And it doesn't look like it did. It connected that road, but it didn't connect this way. So we'll actually just go ahead and cancel that. And it does seem like nuggets are passing directly through this, so it's really not that big of a problem. Something that I really would like and am looking forward to is I think that the developers have teased at the idea of a tunnel system through mountains, and I think that would be wonderful, because I'm pretty sure that is not anything that you can do yet. Yeah. Pretty sure that would be a separate building than the bridge. But then again, it is basically doing the same thing. It is bridging one side of something to another. Ooh, look at all those. Look at all those deer. How many garrisons do we have? We only have 3. Unemployed nuggets, though, is below 100, so I'm going to take a pause with building some of those. But one thing that we will need is another power plant. So I will go ahead and build one of those down here. Alright, you guys, I think that's actually going to do it for this episode. This episode was pretty successful. I mean, we really were able to expand this area. I mean, this place is almost entirely finished. So it was very good. And that's not what I wanted. There we go. And so, yeah, I guess we'll... Oh, shoot, this was made in the first. Oh, that's okay. We'll go ahead and plant healthy Melina. Alright, but yeah, this episode was pretty successful. We got a lot of buildings built. There's a couple of buildings that are still, being built over here. But I think that once all this stuff is finished, this stuff will be built pretty quickly. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you guys liked this episode, please go ahead and hit that like button. If you guys have any comments, questions, concerns, anything of the sorts, please leave them in the comments down below. And as always, if you guys are brand new to the channel and you guys like what you saw, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I would also like to thank my Patreons for supporting the channel. And if you too would like to become a Patreon, you can go ahead and do so in the description down below. Thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed. And I will see you guys in the next episode.